Hello everyone. A very darkest day we can say in Indian cricket. Like you lose the match by more 400 runs. Yes, it's a test match, and that too in India at Guwahati. A lot has happened. GG's like Gautam Gambhir's press conference also we will talk undoubtedly, but we have to see like what's the main cause, what's the main reason. But if you ask me, like I will say the entire coaching staff is also responsible like for this defeat because we choose players on the basis of not that much experience. Positive cricket like baseball is in a deep state of trouble and everything. But it's quite a complicated thing the way India has lost because now India all of a sudden is at fifth position in WTC. Pakistan is at four, and then South Africa is there, Australia is there. You never know. Next test matches are also not that easy. India is going to play away matches in Sri Lanka, New Zealand for at four test matches. You never know if they lose two or three. It will be very tough to make it to the final. Which a country which considers test cricket as a pinnacle is in all sorts of trouble. So Ayan, we will start first with you. So what will you summarize? At day five, it was going to be tough, but inside two sessions, all the remaining eight wickets fall. Like no intent. Like Rishabh Pant, even Divish Reddy playing a reverse sweep shot when he has not even scored a single run. The problems continue. The problems don't seem to decrease. It's getting enhanced. Like two times, three times, four times. Like losing five test matches, three against New Zealand, two against South Africa, and 2027 Australia is going to come. They will be very happy after seeing India's troubles now because Australia will also back themselves. Come on, if New Zealand can do it, South Africa can do it, we can also do it. Like even after some time, England will also back themselves. So what's your take on that? Yeah.
First of all, before talking about India or the coaching staff, first of all, let me first take this opportunity to congratulate South Africa on winning their first series in India since 2000. Winning it 2-0 is no joke. And winning it whitewash, they came with preparation, executed it, they deserve it. Temba Bavuma, leader of men, everything. I mean, if you look at this, they did not only beat India, they dominated India. Okay, the Eden Gardens test was close. After the first 2 days, we all felt India were ahead. But after day three onwards at the Eden Gardens, it's been all South Africa. Forget the toss. The only session that India won here in Guwahati was the first day, third session, the final session where India took a few wickets to restrict South Africa to 247 for six. After that, from when day two started, it's been all South Africa. They've dominated. They went to 489. I mean, Verene scored runs. He scored a very gritty half hundred. Senaran Muttuswamy, I mean, he scored a century. Marco Jansen almost scored 100. I mean, it was just chaos, and the Indian bowlers were listless. To say the least, and the pitch was decent. This was a good test match pitch. Saying so, when you scored concede 489, you expect the Indian batters to show application and get a good score. What did the Indian batters do? 201 all out. That also why they got there, because towards the end, Washington and Kuldeep, they just batted a little bit and got them to 201. That's it. But the follow-on was not about it. South Africa decided, no way, no point in forcing the follow-on. We need to give bowlers a rest, grind the team into trouble. And they just said, Mary. Ravin Jadeja bowled well in the second innings, but it was the writing was on the wall. When he conceded 288 run first innings lead, the writing is on the wall. Then you can see 260 for 5. South Africa took their time. We thought whether it's a late declaration or not. But South Africa knew they can bowl India out because the pitch was starting to deteriorate as we expect. We knew it would not be easy for India when they were two down overnight after day four. What happened? They came in, first session, they lost 3 wickets. Sudarshan was playing blockathon. I don't know what happened to Sudarshan. He thought he has become a Cheteshwar Pujara and started only blocking, and only blocking, and no intent. And then he got up towards the end, and Jadeja scored 50, but it was a meek surrender in the second session, especially. I mean, it was the same situation. We had a drinks break, and within 5 minutes, 3 wickets fell after drinks in the second session. So that was really sad to see. So India, so let's not just blame the coaching staff. The team players also have to be blamed for this loss. Having said so, the coach cannot hide from responsibility. This also we have to agree. I mean, Gautam Gambhir, let me tell you his record. After becoming head coach, I'm talking about a test cricket, 19 matches, he has lost 10 of them. And out of that, 5 has come at home. And out of the last 7 home games, he has lost 5 games. 3 against New Zealand and 2 against Arabia. Which are the 2 home games, 4 home games he has won? Which are the two sides he has beaten, ladies and gentlemen? Bangladesh and West Indies. Okay? This is Gautam Gambhir's track record. Nothing against, I'm not going into personal vendetta and anything. Gautam Gambhir gets asked in the press conference. Okay, let's come to the press conference. Gautam Gambhir gets asked in the press conference about this, that. He says collective responsibility, everything. It sounds very good. As soon as he's asked about his future as the red ball coach, he says that's up to the BCCI to decide. I'm from this. Then he goes on to say, remember, I am the coach who is responsible for 2-2 in England. I am the coach who is there responsible for Champions Trophy 2025 and Asia Cup. Okay, Asia Cup ke baare mein I'm not going now. Champions Trophy 2025. What did you tell the manager? You didn't say. Sources told us. You said for Champions Trophy 2025, coach is not responsible. Whatever happens lies with the Indian captain Rohit Sharma. If India does badly or well, Rohit is responsible. So Rohit has won the trophy. But you are saying, no, I won the trophy. Anyway, which head coach tells any head coach I've not seen say that I've won this, I
Uh,
won that. I mean, I can't remember Andrew McDonald, the Australian head coach. Again, I'm taking Australia's example, and please, my colleagues don't mind it.
I
Andrew
won't mind.
McDonald, head coach, didn't say, I won in the Australia World Cup 2023. I have won this Ashes. I have won that. He has never said that. Gautam Gambhir is saying, under me, this is. So this was one thing I didn't like about Gautam Gambhir. Yes, it's good to say that accepting responsibility and everything. Yes, I'm not saying the coach is only responsible. But coach has to take moral responsibility and say that, yes, I have got it wrong. Where are the specialist players? Where are these things? A lot of questions to be asked for the Indian cricket team. So that's my take on the match. The Indian red ball cricket is at an all-time low. And I don't know how will they recover from this, because now what will happen is we'll all forget till August 2026, no red ball cricket. We'll all forget it. Suppose India starts doing well in white ball cricket, everything will be forgotten. So I don't know how will this recover. I mean, Sri Lanka will be a tough challenge because again, turners might come. New Zealand will be a tough challenge as well. And forget Australia. I'm not even thinking of 2027 Australia. I'm not even thinking
Yes.
about that. I'm not thinking about India, Australia at this stage. So that's my take on it. Congratulations to South Africa. A lot to think about for India.
Yes, even England's former head coach Trevor Willis, I remember in 2019 when they won the World Cup, he wasn't able, wanted to take the trophy with him, like to celebrate. When Morgan convinced him, like that's not the work of the coach to take credit. Like I often say that coach is important, but coach is to bring the best out. Even Shukri Conrad, he tells that Babuma, listen to me, like Markram, these all guys played well. I'm just here for a support system if you want to talk to me. Because even Sanat Jasura says that these guys are there. But if you look at the Gambhir fiasco, what has happened? No, look, the entire press conference was like he was like this one. No matter what happens, I have done good things. I am what you call. I am allowed to lose series, whether it's 3-0, it's 2-0, whether it's losing in Australia by a 3-1 after winning first match, like making wholesale changes during the post match what you call the show on Star Geo Star, Anil Kumble he said like 36 more than 30 players have been changed, rotated here in and out. He gave a very small description like how it is affecting the team. You're not playing a T20 game, not a ODI game. And he said I am completely right about Andrew McDonald. No one talks about him. Like it's all about it's Pat Cummins' team. Even if you look at New Zealand's head coach, like the former head coach Gary Stead, when he was there for 6 or 7 years, he was there. It was all about that. And even when Baz is doing the job, he gives credit to Ben Stokes only. But this guy is like, I won Champions Trophy. Many will hate what I'm going to say. Champions Trophy, the whole tournament, India played all the matches in 1 year. I completely agree. Like the MOU was signed, India didn't play to Pakistan and everything. You could have played a couple of matches to Abu Dhabi. You played to Sharjah. Like that could have been that you played in one what is a complete one environment, complete one what to call the jurisdiction, everything is under your control, you will definitely make the most out of it. But come here like so आयुष आपसे बात करते हैं अभी। आयुष शेखर मतलब बहुत तारीफ की जा रही थी जब हमारे जो पूर्व बीसीसीआई के सेक्रेटरी है जय शाह ने, उनका भी हाथ था इनके अपॉइंटमेंट में गंभीर के कि ये तक पलट के रख देंगे, मतलब तक तो पलट गया, मतलब साउथ अफ्रीका का पलट गया, न्यूजीलैंड का पलट गया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया का पलट गया, लेकिन दिस इज डिस्ट्रक्शन। मतलब ये मैं सीरियसली आई डोंट personally like that much Indian cricket team, but the way they have played, no, ये मैंने देखा नहीं. It's since the last 20 years since I've been watching cricket. No doubt, we have seen the lows of Indian cricket as well, but this was like no matter what happens. मतलब उसे कहना नहीं चाहिए, जो कर रहा है ना करके दिखाओ. गंभीर का ऐसे एटीट्यूड था प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, मैं तो हिलने वाला हूँ, मुझे कोई निकाल नहीं सकता. इसके पीछे एक रीजन है, क्योंकि जो बीसीसीआई का प्रेसिडेंट है मिथुन मन्हास एंड गंभीर आर वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स. ये रिपोर्ट रिपोर्ट आई थी अच्छी खासी. ये खेल भी है साथ में शायद दिल्ली से जब थे. सो यू नेवर नो, लाइक गंभीर हैज वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स विद ऑल द बीसीसीआई मेंबर्स. वो इतनी जल्दी से निकलने वाला नहीं है, तुम निकाल भी नहीं सकते उसको. क्योंकि एक बात है, अगर गंभीर निकला तो अगर कर अजीत अगर का जो चीफ सेलेक्टर, उनकी पोस्ट भी डेंजर में आ जाएगी. तो दोनों को अपनी कुर्सी बचानी है कुछ ना कुछ करके. एज यू सेड आई एम परफेक्टली, white ball is on the roll since the next 6 to 7 months. Everyone will forget. Just a couple of weeks or 1 week maximum, we will talk about this. But आयुष, आपको क्या लगता है किस तरीके का प्रदर्शन था ये भारतीय क्रिकेट टीम? $1 बिलियन, 20,000 करोड़ बीसीसीआई का एनुअल टर्नओवर है. सो मच मनी, बट वी आर नॉट एबल टू फाइंड द टैलेंट.
अभी गौतम गंभीर को देख के ना मुझे ना शोले मूवी का वो असरानी साहब का कैरेक्टर याद आ रहा है. हम अंग्रेजों के जमाने के जेलर हैं, तो ये आज के जमाने के कोच हैं. ये ऐसे कोच हैं कि जिनको सवाल कुछ और पूछा जा रहा है, जवाब कुछ और दे रहे हैं. यानी इनसे जापान जाने का एड्रेस पूछा जा रहा है, तो ये चाइना जाने का एड्रेस बता रहे हैं. या ऐसा सवाल तो सुन लो मेरे भाई, क्या क्या करके रहे हो हैं? तुमसे पूछा जा रहा है कि तुम्हें फ्लॉप क्यों है, तो तुम अपनी लगे अचीवमेंट बता दी. मैंने मेरी कोचिंग में चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जीता गया, एशिया कप जीता गया. अबे तो रेड बॉल तो रसातल में जा रही है भाई. रसातल में जा रही है, सब अपलिफ्ट हो रहे हैं धीरे धीरे रेड बॉल में. तुम ऐसे एक तो प्रॉब्लम यह है कि लीग के बेसिस पे कोचिंग स्टाफ चुनी जाएगी, तो यही हाल होगा. अभी तो मुझे कभी कभी लगता है कि अमर मजूमदार जो चुना गया विमेंस टीम का कोच, वो बेस्ट है. कम से कम उसको डोमेस्टिक की नॉलेज तो है. इस महाशय को तो वो भी नहीं नॉलेज है. ये क्रिकेट छोड़ा, पॉलिटिक्स ज्वाइन किया, समाज सेवा किया. शाहरुख खान का एक फोन आता है तो ये कोच बन जाता है, जिता रहता है टीम को, फिर इसकी कोचिंग में एंट्री हो जाती है. कोचिंग इससे पहले गौतम गंभीर से पहले जितने कोचेज आए, सबसे इंटरव्यू में सवाल पूछा जाता था कि भैया आपको डोमेस्टिक का कितना नॉलेज है. क्या 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 आपके बहुत कुछ क्राइटेरिया होते हैं, लेकिन इस भाई साहब से वो भी तक नहीं पूछा गया, इंटरव्यू तक नहीं लिया गया. इन्हें मर्जी के प्लेयर्स चाहिए, मिले. रिजल्ट क्या दे रहे हो? जीरो. दो बैक टू बैक व्हाइट वॉश हुए, क्या मिला? जीरो. अब ऐसी हालत हो गई है कि अब 9 मैच बचे. इस मैच के एंड के बाद श्रीलंका में आप जीत जाओगे? नहीं. वो समय जयसूर्य भरा पड़ा बैठा हुआ है, वो तो इसी ताड़ में है, वो भी देख रहा होगा ये मैच. वो सोच रहा होगा कि ये लोग स्पिन में इतना फंस रहे हैं, इनको रैंक टर्नर दो, 5 दिन के बजाय 3 दिन में ही साफ कर देंगे हम. उधर वो ग्रीन पिच देने को तैयार है न्यूजीलैंड वाले. और कमिंस कमिंस की तो बात ही छोड़ दो. वो तो उसके मन में भी लड्डू फूट रहा है. अरे अगर न्यूजीलैंड के टीम, आधी अधूरी टीम ऐसा कर सकती है, साउथ अफ्रीका की आधी अधूरी टीम ऐसा कर सकती है, तो हमारी टीम क्या है? हम तो एक झटके में स्पिनर्स का लाइन खड़ा करके इंडिया को इंडिया में ही 5-0 कर सकते हैं. तो लब्बो लुभाव ये है कि भैया अगर आपको एक्सीडेंट हो गया है, आपको चोट लग गया है, तो बार बार उसी जगह क्यों एक्सीडेंट हो रहा है? इस पर काम क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? और रहा सवाल कि मिथुन मराठ और गौतम गंभीर की दोस्ती है, यही दोस्ती बर्बाद कर रही है आपको. जहां हम डोमिनेट करते थे, वहां हम हारते जा रहे हैं. के बाद श्रीलंका में 2-0 हारे. एक वो टाई हो गया था, वो आपकी इज्जत बच गई, नहीं तो आप 3-0 वहां भी होते. आप ले दे के टेस्ट में जीते क्या? 2-2 की बराबरी की है इंग्लैंड में, 2-0 बांग्लादेश, 2-0 वेस्ट इंडीज. बीजीटी आप हार रहे हो, ओडीआई सीरीज आप हार रहे हो, जगह जगह तो आप हार ही रहे हो. तो कहना बड़ा आसान है, लेकिन करना उतना ही मुश्किल. आपने रवि शास्त्री को क्या बोला था? एक आदमी ने क्या जीता है? ऑडिकार. अरे उस आदमी की वजह से हमारी टीम से डरती थी ऑपोजिशन टीम. आज आज तो वो कहते रहे ये इंडिया की टीम है, चुटकी बजा के इनको निपटा दो. इंडिया का नाम सुन के खौफ खाते थे. आज तो वो आजा बेटा आजा, आजा आजा लॉलीपॉप ले निकल, ये हाल हो गया. तो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड.
Yes, like many of you, the viewers will say, like coach is not responsible, he's not playing. But the way the playing 11 has been changed every time. Like also the captain was changed all of a sudden for England Test series. Shubman Gill was made captain when even KL Rahul could have been made captain because he had done captaincy earlier or any other. But it really shows like see, Gambhir knows that he's going to survive. He's a very good survivor because no test matches at Absol because WTC structure is like that only because New Zealand till now hasn't played a single test match. That's a really I just get like how is this schedule literally being made? Like no doubt they're playing after 10 days against West Indies, but still like both India has played 9 test matches, Australia 4 test matches. Like it's like they are in another world. But coming back to Gambhir, like look, it's not only about Gambhir. I would say, look the batters we often forget like whatever the coaching staff or management tells you to bat in this way you have to follow that if you मतलब जो अपनी मर्जी की करे तो you will be dropped, you will be given a very bad treatment, so they have to follow the what you call the messages which comes out. So we should not blame the entire players. No, not गलती players की भी है. I completely agree what Anup sir will say. It's about players as well, but the selection also is quite questionable. Like domestic structure has been a joke. We just go on and take players from what we call white ball setup, like Nitish Reddy. Uh, I don't get it. No doubt he smashed a century in Australia, but after that his performance has been quite a downfall. Is there? But let's see how it goes. I had Sanup sir. Who is still in Australia, who is at the Perth, you have to focus on this game as well. So what's your complete entire take? Like this is a hammering. Like in the 66 years, it is said like India hasn't lost such a back-to-back Test series. Like you never know what more records will be at the store for this great Indian billion-dollar cricket board. But this guy is like, I'm the great, I'm the great. Yes, he is great. He has got the power, contacts, and everything. Sources, powerful PR machinery also. Kabir is a very powerful person. We should not forget it. He was with the ruling party. I'm not taking the name of the party because you never know what will happen. So, Arup sir, your take.
See, first of all, hello everyone. First of all, before going to all the controversies, what should be done, what should not be done, who said what, who said X, who said Y, I will first like to. I am wearing a green color T-shirt, so everyone would understand. I would first like to congratulate like Ian did the South African team. They studied the conditions very well. They applied to the conditions to the situations very well. They practiced very well. They came the invitation for Indian team was when South Africa A they chased 414 against India A in the second match. That was the invitation itself for the Indian team that this South African team is not an easy nut to crack. And on above all, they are the current test champions, you will say. They are the current test champions. So a champion team has to play the way they played, and they proved that why they are the last year's champions, last year's WTC champions, because they played exactly the same way according to the plan which their coach Octo Shutri Tonred and the team both had in tandem. Talking about Shutri Tonred, a great guy. He has made this team. He has had lots of experience in that his domestic career as a coach as well, and he was a very effective coach there as well. But what happened?
Go on,
Okay.
carry on.
He was a very experienced coach there as well, and he really binded the team very well. Temba, an inspirational leader. Because now take a look at Temba's record as well. 12 tests, 11 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. So that for a captain at the start of his career is like the as captainship. And mind you, Temba at the beginning of his career also, even South Africans were under against this, means I won't call that word, but then this black person captaining the whole team. They had that own issue. South Africa has their own issue of apartheid. That's right from their inception in cricket, that is 1992. So Temba was not being supported earlier as a captain, but he through his performances proved that he is the able captain of the South Africa who has led them to the only ICC title which South Africa even has not achieved in white ball cricket. So appreciate kudos to Temba. The way Simon Harmer bowled on Indian pitches, it was appreciable. First, after Denstein to take more than 15 wickets on Indian soil, 17 wickets he took. And then Martho Jansen showed what a true all-rounder is. 6 wickets with the ball, 7 wickets in total. 6 wickets in first inning, 93 runs with the bat, that too at a strike rate of over 100. And excellent fielding. Just that last catch to end historic series sweep, which is, by the way, largest by runs ever. India has lost 408 runs. It was like the testament that a true all-rounder is built like this way, not only by saying on paper that we have four all-rounders. So that's the whole team. Only one problem was Shutri Tonrad was like he has to be really careful while speaking in the press conferences regarding his word, because that word Drawell actually didn't went well with the people as well, because it actually comes as a racist word. So if you are taking offense of Indian calling Bahuma, Bona, and that becomes a racist comment, then Drawell word also becomes a racist comment, and it has a history because in 1970s when Tony Gray they had called West Indian team a Drawell, it was like a very bad omen in cricket. So that word should not have been taken by. Apart from that, good work by South African. They deserve to be the champions. They are the champions, and hopefully in future tours also they would play nicely the way they did. Coming to India, a lot need to be done. Now, don't I see Gautam Gambhir? Yeah, he is at the peak point. He has a talking point. He has a tipping point of everyone's trolling. But I would say if you are to troll, start from the selectors itself. Because Gautam Gambhir, okay, he asked for players, but 15 players which he thought he had to select 11 players from that 15 players. So the selectors should have the selectors above him, the BCCI selectors, for the Ajit Adarkar and company. They should have the audacity to say that no, ये प्लेयर्स हम नहीं दे सकते, ये प्लेयर्स टेस्ट के लिए यूज नहीं है, हम यही प्लेयर्स देंगे जो टेस्ट के लिए यूज है. These guys has to be, matlab a system, if it has to be changed, it has to be changed from the top, not from between, not from bottom. First comes the team selector members, then comes the coach and the management staff, and then comes the players. Players also I won't give much knowledge to, because players, now the problem with players is like you have selected a players who has minimum experience in red ball cricket tournament in India domestic, primarily Ranji, and you have kept players with vast amount of Ranji experience or red ball cricket experiences outside the test team. How do you expect a test team, these players to perform in run situation? They won't, because 15 मैच 10 मैच खेला हुआ ध्रुव जुरेल लाते यहाँ पे ऐसे परफॉर्मेंस देगा नहीं जो 50 मैच रणजी में खेला हुआ बंदा देगा. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल करुण नायर देगा. तो the selection team needs to understand the right player for the right job. In test, it is very important that you get a specialist at a specialist job. Sai Sudarshan, no doubt, you played 139 balls today, but what was the use? Even Tuldeep Yadav played 130 balls in the first innings, but Tuldeep Yadav scored 19 runs. You scored 14 runs. So that's no use, na? पूरा दिन निकालने मतलब पूरा दिन 540 बॉल थे, 90 ओवर हम लेते चले तो 540 बॉल आप डॉट करके 540 बॉल 0 रन बनाते, मैच तो ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते ना. तभी ना तभी बॉल मूव होती, तभी ना तभी बॉल बाउंस होती. अब तो अपने शॉट्स और तभी तभी लूज बॉल भी मिलेगी. लूज बॉल तो अपने बाउंड्रीज और सिक्सेस मारने ही पड़ेंगे ना. Same with Rishabh Pant. You are the most experienced player in the side. You had to understand where to be attacking and where not to be attacking. Today was the day where you had to be ultra defensive, but you अपने पास defensive gear ही नहीं है. Same with comes with KL Rahul. You are a most veteran. Now 67 test matches KL Rahul has played. He still has an average of below 35. This is not a healthy sign for an experienced batter. You are the most experienced batter after Virat and Rohit went in the team. You are the pioneer. And ओपनिंग में आते 2 टेस्ट मैच में क्या किया अपने नील बट्टा सन्नाटा. यशस्वी जायसवाल होते, फ्लैम्बॉयंट से ये, बट स्टिल यू हैव कंप्लीटेड 2 years इन क्रिकेट, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट मेंटेलिटी. वो मेंटेलिटी. और ऐसे ती तोच तर आम्ही प्लेयर्स तो बॅट पकडते सिखाना नहीं होता. तोच तर आम्ही स्ट्रॅटेजी बनाना जो गंभीर ने कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग स्ट्रॅटेजीज बनाई. बट प्लेयर्स तक आम्ही ती ग्राउंड पे जाते अपने अत्तल लगाना और उसको एग्जीक्यूट करना, जो मैं पहले से कहते आ रहा हूँ. प्लेयर्स तो भी समझना चाहिए. बट हम करे क्या जब हम माठे प्लेयर्स तो सिलेक्ट करेंगे. So for me, the basic question lies in the selection committee itself, not गंभीर तो गाली देते, इसको गाली देते, कोई फायदा नहीं. गंभीर तो गाली देते, फायदा क्या हुआ? वो बोला मेरा डिसीजन बीसीसीआई लेगा. सेकंड बात वो बोला थी मैंने एशिया कप जितवाया, मैंने ये किया. अब किसी ने, ठीक है टीम ने जितवाया, चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी रोहित शर्मा ने जितवाया, सबने जितवाया, टीम ने जितवाया, हम मानते हैं, हमने मैचेस लाइव देते. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे टीम ने जितवाया, पर टीम का कोच कौन था बोला तो कोच गंभीर ही था ना. ये ये स्टेटमेंट तो अंडर हम डिनाई नहीं कर सकते. जैसे वर्ल्ड कप रोहित 2024 रोहित एक टीम ने जितवाया, पर टीम का कोच जब हम बोलते तब उस समय राहुल द्रविड़ था. तो राहुल द्रविड़ तो भी उतने एथलेट्स मिले. बट गंभीर इज सो एडमेंट, उसको सिर्फ एथलेट्स सुनने तो आते हैं, उसको मतलब क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं चाहिए. In cricket, it is very harsh way that you have to take criticism as well if you have to take the athletes as well. So वो एक चीज है. और सेकंड थिंग ऐसी है कि या रियल एंड नाउ इट्स हाई टाइम फॉर इंडियन सिलेक्टर्स. मतलब वो करेंगे नहीं, वो हमें भी पता है, सब तो पता, हम चिल्लाते हुए इधर होता, पर तू छोड़ा नहीं यूज. They will not do it, but it's high time that you keep two different coaches for different setup. Gambhir is good with white ball. You keep Gambhir in white ball, and you take a new coach in staff in red ball. As previously Dhoni used to say one thing, that you follow a process, results will take care of themselves. यहाँ पे
Yes.
प्रोसेस ही नहीं है. फर्स्ट टू मेक श्योर दैट अभी भी वक्त गया नहीं सर. लास्ट स्टेटमेंट, अभी भी टाइम गया नहीं है. इंडिया स्टिल कैन राइज इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट. ओनली द थिंग इज दैट टू फॉलो द प्रोसेस रिगरसली एंड रिगरसली एंड डेडिकेटेडली. और वो
Yes.
प्रोसेस तभी फॉलो होते जब हम खुद तो अब शर्मिंदा होते, हम ये सोचेंगे कि हम हमारी सिचुएशन अभी इतनी दहे गुजरी थी, हम पाकिस्तान से भी नीचे डब्ल्यूडीसी पॉइंट्स पे आ चुके हैं. ये जब झटका लगेगा और अंदर से लदना जाए. लाइक 36 सॉल आउट हुए थे, द प्रवी शास्त्री सेड दैट वेयर दैट 36 ऑन योर स्लीव्स. वो चुभना चाहिए थी. 36 सॉल आउट हुए तब जाते सीरीज जीती थी. तो ऐसे ही ये
Yes.
दो व्हाइट वॉश इंडियन टीम्स तो इतने चुभने चाहिए थी. पूरी प्रोसेस राइट फ्रॉम बॉटम, जिससे जाओ रणजी में जाओ, जो ज्यादा रन बने एक्यूमुलेटर से उनको टीम में आओ टेस्ट में, और वो सब ऑर्डर से पहला होना चाहिए. नो डाउट वॉट एवर इंडिया डज इन व्हाइट बॉल, इवन दे विन द व्हाइट बॉल सीरीजेस, व्हाइट बॉल वर्ल्ड कप्स, बट उसके अंडर ये अंडर द कारपेट ये परफॉर्मेंस जाने नहीं चाहिए, ताकि अगस्त में जब हम श्रीलंका से रेड बॉल में मिले, वे एटलीस्ट सी a fight in India. I'm not saying a win in India. I'm saying a fight in India, because in
Yes.
these
Yes.
two
I,
tests,
I,
what
I
we have
understand.
seen,
Yes.
in these two tests, last one, in those two tests, we have not seen a fight from India. And what I expect is a fight in India. I don't want India to win a WDC championship. We are not capable of it. I know from my heart. But at least I want to see my team fighting out there. That's the only question. Yes, that's also.
Yes, I completely get your emotions and complete statement, but I disagree with two different coaches because look, now England also has McCallum, who is managing the white ball and red ball. Even South Africa, Shukri Conrad is doing all the honors of white ball and red ball. And even New Zealand has Rob Walter, the previous head coach of South Africa. So that concept is now completely gone because now it's quite difficult for the coaches as well to manage to other setups as well. But one thing is for sure, like this test series, it will be forgotten because look, as soon as this T20 World Cup gets over, within a week we have got IPL, 2.5 week, 2.5 month IPL. So everyone will forget, and it's going to be a long, long season. And then we are going to England also, right, in June and to July. So that
Hmm.
white ball series is there. But one thing is for sure, like I also read quite a few articles from X from Western media as well. Like you have to sack people. Like if I will tell you only one reason, Australia's Mickey Arthur, he lost Test series against India in India by
Hmm.
4-0. Australia overnightly, when Ashes was only 2 weeks away, they sacked him. Darryl Levin was made the coach. No doubt, they lost the Ashes by 3-0 at that time. It was a tough going, but they took that step. Will the BCCI take that step? England also has done that in the past. They have removed Ashley Giles, Peter Moose was said, then he was also sacked. Do the BCCI, the richest board, have that many what to call? I'm not saying the guts, the power to do that, or is that the GG, the Gautam Gambhir will say, sack me if you want. He's giving an open challenge, man. Look at his press conference. I'm not here to make, but I won the Champions Trophy. I won one Test match in Australia, but we lost that Test series also. So a lot of things are there. So let's go. Just thank you. The three essays, Anup, Ayan, and Ayush. So we'll be back. A lot of it is there. ODI series is there. Just a 2 days gap is there, or 3 days if you look. 30 is the ODI series. We'll be back with the ODI series. So thank you everyone. Bye.